Hey guys, so thanks for tuning in to Chat with Sherelle. Today's podcast is going to be a little bit about me giving you guys some tips and tools on having a winning mindset. If you missed the first podcast, I talked briefly about me loving photography. And with that, I do have my own photography business. It's Sherelle Creations. So look me up. And I just want to give you guys some tools and tips that I use when it came down to me starting my business and trying to get everything afloat. So with that, the first thing that you really need to try to focus on is what's your goal? Where do you want this to go for you? What type of outcome are you trying to get out of whatever you're doing? And for me, my goal was just simply, I didn't want to work for anyone else. I want to work for myself, and I want to be able to venture out into whatever I need to do. And then think about what drives you, what motivates you. So personally, my motivation is my family. I want to be able to provide for my family. I want to be able to say, okay, I did this and I'm comfortable doing this. One thing I can give you guys a little tip on is whatever motivates you, keep that in the back of your head with everything you do. Every day you wake up, that's your motivation. So just keep using that, keep saying that to yourself, write it down on a sticky note, whatever you need to do, but keep that with what motivates you to continue doing anything that you need to do. And so many times people get blindsided by thinking that things are supposed to happen the next day or the next week or even the next month. But in reality, it takes time. So, with that being said, what do you do every day to get to your goal? What are you putting in? What are you investing? With everything that you want to do, you have to invest something in yourself. So, what do you do for yourself when you get a paycheck every week or every 2 weeks? What do you do? So, for me, before it was even a thought to go and get my business license, I wrote down my plans, I wrote down all my ideas, and even some steps that I needed to take in order to get to that point. So, everyone has their own way of doing things or their own steps that they want to take. So, just take a little time out of your day, even if you jot it down on your phone or something, and just write down what you need to do in order to get to that point. And then promotion. Promoting is a big key when it comes down to your business or trying to get something out to the public. And you can promote so many ways nowadays. Like social media is like the promotion headquarters right now. Like anything you need to let people in on, social media is the key. Meeting people, don't be scared to talk to people, don't be scared to tell people your ideas, but not too much, but just let people know, hey, I got this going on. And you never know who can benefit you. You never know how you guys can partner together. Always network. When you get the idea, get you some little cards made, pass them out. Just like people back in the day used to be at the gas station selling their CDs. Do that. And it's just that simple. Just get yourself out there so that way other people can know what you're doing, what your name is, and where you're trying to go. Also, another big thing is just simply staying positive. Don't give up. Don't get discouraged. It may take you 3 months. It may take you 6 months. It may even take you a year to get where you want to be. But don't get discouraged. Keep going. Keep staying positive. Don't let other people interfere with what you're trying to get to. Just stay ahead of the game. And just always remember to keep aiming for your goals no matter what. Whatever that goal is, keep trying, because one day you ask yourself, what I'm doing today, is it going to get me to that point? If you're just doing nothing, sitting around, wasting the day, is that working towards your goal, like what you're doing today, is that helping you get to your goal? So I mentioned earlier not to be discouraged. With that, I can honestly say when it comes down to you having that winning mindset, you may have some struggles and you may hit a couple of bumps in the road, but don't give up. Any empire to build is not easy. Anything you're trying to do, it may not be as easy as you hoped or you wanted, but at the end, it's going to be a huge success. So always stay positive. Know that you're going to win. Know that you can do whatever you had planned to do. And also, I'm going to share with you guys some of the challenges that I had when it came down to me opening my business, because 90% of the time, it's easy for people to say, I got this, I got that, this is me. But they don't tell you what they had to do to get to that point or what they went through to get to that point. So some of the challenges for me was putting in the time. And the reason why is because I was still working a full-time job. I still had all these other responsibilities, school, work, and personal life, that it was hard for me to just sit down and write out all of these plans. But instead, what I did was when I saw an idea, even when I was out and about, I took a note down on my phone and then I compiled it all when I did have the time to do that. And one of the biggest challenges that some people have when it come down to opening a business is having the finances. For me, I had to come up with money for equipment, props, cameras, all of that kind of stuff. So the way I made it a little easier was I just simply did a little bit at a time, and I built myself up to the point to where now I have all my equipment. Now I can get started. So with that, you just have to figure out your budget, a life thing, and just put everything into perspective on what you can manage financially and how long is it going to take you to get to that point. But when it came down to my challenges, I always kept in my mind that my name is on this brand. So I don't want nobody to talk bad on my name. So why would I allow them to talk bad on my brand? Because it's both hand in hand. So just figure out what you love, your goal, figure out what's your motivation, and just take those steps to where you can put yourself in that position to where, okay, this is what I love to do. I can do this even without being paid. I can still do this and I would still love it. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's podcast on winning mindset, and I hope that I motivated some of you guys to get started, get going with something that you love, and please tune in to the next podcast. And I also want to hear some of you guys' success stories. So please drop your comments under the video and let me know. So again, thanks for listening. Tune in to the next podcast with Chat with Sherelle, and I look forward to hearing what everybody has to say. Thanks.